And the Wolverines will kick it away to get this game going. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's going to pull it down and run. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Looking for his big tight end. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys...
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way, can they stop him? Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Trying to get the throw off. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away,
breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Second down after that completion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's got it on a crossing route. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country year after year.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They need 5 yards here on 4th down to keep the drive alive. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. Serious repercussions, Kirk, from the last meeting when the Wolverines won in a rout.
Chris, that was a game where Michigan did everything right. Their offense was really clicking. It got Ohio State's attention. You and I were over at the facility yesterday, and everybody's talking about the last time what happened in that game and how they want payback today.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He'll take a deep shot. Caught near the goal line. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. The Wolverines are going to cash in this red zone trip. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And now another deep ball here. Pass caught down at the 20. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. But we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
They feed the fullback this time. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan.
Chris, you don't see it often, but how much do I love seeing that fullback get a touchdown? He blocks all the time. They rarely give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's rewarded with 6 points.
Automatic on the PAT. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The back's got it. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Trying to extend the play. Lets it fly to the wideout.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. But the gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And now they'll set up for the point after.
Number 5 with the carry.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the single back takes the handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
They'll hand it off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Looking to pass this time. Quick throw to his receiver. Not the accuracy we expect from this senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver. So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? The Wolverines pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And looking to throw now on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Under heavy pressure, he takes a shot. And he's got it for a huge gain. Brought down at the 30.
Well, it's really a pretty simple thing here by this quarterback. He sees press man on the outside, so he sends his receiver on a go route, and he hits him in perfect stride for a nice gain downfield. And to be honest, Chris, this is a matchup I'm sure he's going to be looking for as often as he can today.
Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field.
You know, more and more offenses around the country over the years have been putting this play in. I love it because it gives you chances like this to pick up an easy first down. The defense squeezes, that receiver gets to the outside, picks up a first down, and move the sticks.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Second down after the incompletion. Tight end goes in motion. They're going to run it here. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up. Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Passes the 40. And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory, down at the 49.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
On the run, he'll let it go. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. It's a very quick throwaway. No man in the area, and here comes the flag for intentional grounding. Offense comes to the line for 3rd down off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Catch made down inside the 25. An explosive play. They finally grab him, but the ball moves inside the 25. The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down and goal. Press coverage now from these DBs. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a 3rd and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football again here on 3rd and goal.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Michigan 17, Ohio State 14.
Return starts from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning, a chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Great job here by the linebacker, taking advantage of that pressure by his own defense. They got to that quarterback. In fact, he was hit as he was releasing the ball. Ball's in the air, and the linebacker recognizes to be able to make that play and takes it to the house for the touchdown.
Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Caught quickly. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Oh, that one's picked off. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now the all-important extra point. They knock through the PAT and go up 28-17. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Second down, looking to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he fires the football to the right side. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Tackled, but 1st down.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
It's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Chris, this could end up being a critical. If they don't have a chance to come back and end up winning this game, the coach could look back at this very play and wonder if things could have turned out differently, if they would have been able to hold on to the ball and gotten some points before the half.
Heads up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. But now it's third down.
Quarterback catches a break.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for the wideout. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines. Strong game by this quarterback. Now the try here for the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. On the kickoff is hammered. Sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. It is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Past the 20. And he steps out at the 8. A crucial takeaway.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Timeout is called to Duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And a sophomore making an impact play. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So they won't take a shot at the end zone. Out comes the field goal team trying to get 3 before the end of the half. Long enough and good.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. One more play before they head to the locker room. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors for a halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to begin the second half. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Important second down play coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Wolverines come up to the line in the hurry-up. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. They're going to scramble now. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This quarterback is making his big plays in the most critical moments in this game. Not only does he come up with a first down, but he picks up huge yards. And how did it get done? Gets away from the rush, keeps his poise. And then how about him directing traffic as he moves downfield?
The QB throws his third pick of the day.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Makes the catch, and he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Tackle is made at the 37. Third down coming.
That run sets up a critical third down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. And a quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State. In other schools around the country, Slippery Rock 49.
Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. And finally, we have a punt, the first of the game for either team.
To kick it away.
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. A handoff to the back. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? And just like that, in one play, they'd moved him to scoring position at the 23.
Boy, what a run by this running back, and most of those yards are after contact. The defense thought they had him wrapped up, but it was just arm tackles, and he kept his legs pumping, and he ends up exploding downfield for a big gain.
Looking to throw it on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off here.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
The Wolverines are in the red zone. And there's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They go backwards on that third down completion. Sets up a fourth down.
Hey, I really like the idea on third down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on third down. Sometimes that can work out, but the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
Right down the middle. And with that, they regain the lead. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Coverage team brings down the returner. offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. They bring him down after a short gain there.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
That completion makes it second and medium. Runner takes the toss, runs to his left. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They're trying to run it with the option. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
He's escaping the pocket now. Fires it on the move. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they will claim the second half lead. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
Offense is back on the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And that is the kind of hard hit you expect to see, Kirk, in a rivalry game like this one.
When these rivalry games, players seem to play their best. And right now, they are flying around and putting big hits, especially when you can hit that quarterback.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to set up a screen pass here.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. The Wolverines come to the line to run the hurry up. Now someone moved just a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the Wolverines will have to kick this away. And that's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. And here's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. The gain makes it second and medium. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's past the 45. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32.
On the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 35, Michigan 30.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the fourth quarter, critical down in distances. This guy just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
They're going to run it. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. And it's really solid defense on that play.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
I love it. 3rd down, the way this back is running, just keep feeding him the football, and he's going to come through for you. And he does here at a critical moment in his football game in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
The Buckeyes churn out another first down. And they'll go right back to him on first down. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the 4th quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
And they finally stopped him, but a decent game that time.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
All right, here we go. This is really it. And the defense knows that if the offense is able to score here, it's essentially over. It's mano-a-mano at the line of scrimmage. Let's see which side can gain the most leverage.
Second down and goal upcoming. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And this one is right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Michigan offense back out on the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Oh, a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass. But you've got to come up with a first down.
Is incomplete. Now, fourth down.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth down. Fourth quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football, Kirk. You walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For every